Good morning, guys. Actually, good afternoon. It's 12 noon. Today I'm going to make part two to my midsummer video update from Fruitopia here in Melbourne. Late January 2023. I already made part one of the backyard here. So now let's go and have part two. Okay, part two is going to be of the front. And here it is, after we did a nice big cleanup yesterday here with Kim. Cleaned up the lawns and finished up the pruning of the mulberries, which you saw in the previous video. And everything's looking really neat again. A lot of work though, a lot of work. I even trimmed the flowering ash up there. See how I removed the lower growth at the bottom, so the hedge can go a little higher up at the top. So let's start here on the side of the garage, right? And the neighbor's garage, a nice little cozy corner, probably the hottest corner on the whole property, because you got all these bricks and the cement. And that's where we have our mango, the Glen, our new jackfruit, and these towering bananas. So let's start with the jackfruit. Still has a lot of the old leaves from last season. I'm trying to be very careful not to overwater this. It was planted in native soil, and I top dressed it with some slow release fertilizer a couple of weeks after planting. It's been in the ground now for about 6 weeks. No new growth at all at the bottom, but there is some growth here and in the mid to upper sections. So that's what's going on here. Yeah, I'm pretty much letting it get its water from rain, and not trying to overwater it, because these are very finicky, very finicky. It's not like a plum tree or an apple that you can overwater. You can't do that with tropicals unless they're fully established. But when they're young, you can't. All right, so here we have the Glen, and it's got a few fruitlets and a lot of new growth. You can see the new growth everywhere. So it's going to surpass the 2 meter mark this summer. That's exactly 2 meters up there. And once it gets up to the wood up there, we're at 2.1, 2.2 meters. So yeah, so the good news is it's pushing new growth whilst holding some fruitlets, right? The little ones are coming off. I'll show you what I mean. See this little one here? Okay, that's holding. And there's a new panicle here that just came late. A late panicle, which is unusual. This one just came in January, and the others came in December. So, and there's a fruit on its own back there, and a couple here, one there. So altogether probably 12. Oh no, there's 3 up there as well. Okay, so we've got those up there as well. Maybe 15, but these will reduce to like 2 or 3 mango only by the end of summer. Yeah, by the end of February. Yeah, so it's getting bushy, nice and happy. Okay, so that's the Glen, which is always doing great. Okay, then we have a loaded pineapple guava, Suriname cherry, West Indies lime, which now has hit 3 meters up there. Another pineapple guava, the new Thai, King Thai mango seed, grafted. This is grafted. Still waiting for it to take off. It's not doing anything. It just got these new leaves at the end, right? But that's it. It hasn't moved. So for 1 month, the last month, it's done nothing at all, except look pretty. The one I had from last year from Dailies, the same one, died at the graft. Well, it looks like it's died. It's only got this little green bit here, and it's shooting out now from the rootstock. So this is pretty much a goner. I don't know why. I don't know why, guys. Then we have a mandarin, another variety of pineapple guava, and this is the Kensington Pride seedling, which has done really great. The new one I got together with the King Thai. You can see the difference, right? Look. So this has been busy the last month, growing instead of doing nothing, and I'm very happy to see that. So sitting at 1.4 meters, yeah, about that. Then we got the super dwarf peach, lemon, gold guavas. My neighbor's wonderful pomegranate. Banana Ken died here. He's a dead duck. Lost him. Lost the rootstock too. Just gone. I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't make it, and the seedling did. Can't figure these things out, guys. Same soil, same amount of water, same everything. Couple of banana pups coming up here at the top of the driveway. So I hope the phone doesn't overheat, because it's currently 28 Celsius at noon. Right, and this is the trimming I did here as well on this flowering ash, which is smelling amazing with its perfume flowers. Trying to keep in the shade to cool the phone down. So then we have a couple of the Russian pomegranates, dwarf Cavendish bananas in pots. Still waiting for those to do something after 5 years, 6 years. Freshly mowed lawn, right? Very fresh. So this is the Imperial Mandarin, which is making a comeback after being very dry and sad all spring. That's the Hachiya Nightingale Persimmon. It's going to give us 1 fruit. The Magnificent Carob, which I pruned in the middle. I opened it up because it was all crossing in the middle, and that's all. You can see the cuttings down there, right? So that's looking very attractive and turning into a tree. It's over 2 meters now. You're looking at about 2.5 meters, close to 2.5 meters on that. The Elsh pomegranate took a year off. No fruit this year on the Elsh. However, the Ben Hur, for the first time in 10 years, has fruited. Can ya believe it? This guy. Yeah. Finally. 10 years. How's that for patience? So you got a couple of fruit there, a couple of fruit up here, and another one there, and another one here. So about 6 fruit on the Ben Hur. which is up against the hedge here. Then we got a Violet de Bordeaux, I believe, fig there. We had the first one yesterday. It was delicious. The purple guava, which is loaded, right? Always pulling out weeds. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lot of little fruitlets. Actually, they're more than fruitlets. They're actually fruit. There's over 100. This is like the second year in the ground, and it's packed. As you can see, the cuttings from the flowering ash, so I'm using them as mulch. This is one of two Dr. White cherry moya, Peruvian apple cactus, sugar cane. Back there is a second Suriname cherry I just planted. Sounds like someone is coming through with a tractor. Blood orange, young blood orange, a young dwarf Maya lemon. It's getting nice and green. This is the 20th century persimmon. It's blown my mind in only 2 years in the ground. Look at this. It's holding on to 30 persimmons in only the second year. Okay, the neighbor has started mowing the lawn, so I'm gonna resume this video when he's done. It only takes him about 10-15 minutes. I'll just give you an overview of the garden whilst I go and wait for him to finish. Okay, like it's gotten a little bit more quiet. All right, guys, I wanted to show you also the white sapotes are fully returned. Look at this. After I butchered them due to the sooty mold and the black the black spots on the leaves. Forget the name now. I've got a brain fart. But look how they look how the branches grow on the established trees. You got to keep removing them. This is why they get. Look, watch how I'm going to remove this. So there's a bit of an injury there, the way I did it. See that? Not a good way to prune a tree, but because there, see that? Because this is a tough guy. Whoops, flipped over. Because white sapote is a tough guy, you can be tough with them. Yeah. So because of all the branches here in the middle, crisscrossing each other, that's what brings about all that all those issues with fungus. There's not enough air in the middle of the tree for it to breathe. So full recovery, all new leaves, all nice and happy. The pomelo here, the Vietnamese pomelo, the Nam Roi, is doing great, except some ants are farming. Aphids right in here, of course, making life extra hard for me. Hang on, where are we? Right in there. See that? Yeah, the ants. Yeah. Okay. And in here, they're always up to mischief. This is the guy that started all the problems with the mold. He's almost fully back. There wasn't one single leaf on him after I finished butchering him. Look how he's come back. Huh? How's that for a full comeback in only 6 weeks? And I'm glad I kept some of the fruit on here so we can enjoy those. It's like he's a beast. This is the Hawaiian Supreme. Okay, something new. The banana can died, not died, but got really sick. So I removed him after he was doing so well in winter and spring. I replaced him with a guava. Him. Yeah, he's alive, but very, very sick, guys. I had to cut off half the tree. And the same with the Manila mango. I had to remove this as well. They're both alive, but look at them. Look at the state they're in. Like on their way to Death Valley. And I replaced both mangoes with guavas. Right? Because I don't want to have to deal with problem trees. Guava you just plant and forget. You got to keep the water up. All they need is water. Water, water, water. You can't do that with mango. You do water, water with mango and they rot. So I'm done. I'm sort of done with mangoes. So I'll just put them in the pots and they can do whatever they want, survive or not. So we have another mandarin here, a rack of bananas up there, a nice big fat rack, and another one growing over the roof up there, which you saw in the previous banana video I made. I removed both bells and we cooked and ate them. So that's all done. And we're getting a lot of, I was going to say a lot of passion fruit. Now there's one on the ground. The first ones came yesterday. We picked like 5 off the ground. So they're coming. They're coming strong now. For the month of February, we'll be getting over 100. So, the Indian guava, the white guava, is flowering, has been flowering now for a couple of weeks. It's loaded. The other neighbor has started mowing the lawn now. So one neighbor stopped and now the other neighbor started. Unreal. Something else that's new is I moved the lamb has from the pot where it was for over a year into its new home here. I pulled out the loquat seedling that was there and switched it over with a lamb has. It's raised up above the ground at least 12 inches, just like the shepherd and bacon. They're also raised 12 inches above the ground. And I also planted another cherry moya here this week, the Sophia. This yucca that's in the way, in between, I can't pull it out. I tried to pull it out, it won't come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it in there until the cherry moya starts growing, and then I'll slice the yucca at the bottom with a chainsaw when that time comes. So we have a lot of bananas here as well, and here. And as I said, that's the shepherd and the bacon avocados. They're doing really great in summer, in full sun. I have to keep the water up, especially with the bacon. The bacon is a bit of a sook. The shepherd is much stronger as far as heat and full sun. Another Dr. White cherry moya there, he's doing really well, as you can see. He's a champion in full sun. Another Peruvian apple. It's doubled in size since I planted him in spring. One of 2 red papayas that don't seem to be doing much. This one has started to take off. He did something this week. He almost doubled in height, but he did nothing for 6 weeks. He did nothing for the whole month of December. But now, at the end of January, he's starting to move. See, the thing is, we lose a lot of time here, guys. We lose a lot of time. We lost all spring because of the cold and wet, and half of summer nothing happened with those papaya. So that's why papaya doesn't do great here. For some reason, they need to sit in heat for over a month before they start getting kicked, before they kick off. And that's not good for us, because once March rolls over, it's like it's starting to cool down. Dragon fruit, growing up the camellia post, the dwarf Dukas has taken off nicely. It's got a new pup now. And this is the Tonga variety banana, which is supposedly a plantain-like banana. And as you can see, there's a lot more of those cuttings from the flowering ash, and also from the garden that I used to throw in here as mulch. Here with the lamb has, I threw all the cuttings from the Hicks Fancy Mulberry, you know, the one I pruned the other day. So everything went to the lamb has, and I topped it off with the grass clippings from the lawn here. Remember that tree there that I pruned? Yeah, so it all went to the lamb has. And then we have the Vista, the Vernon white sapotes, which are doing really well. The kumquat. This is the other white sapote. It's gotten really big, out of hand. Forgetting its name now again. The Wilson, yeah. The Mexican cream guava is starting to flower as well. They all flower at the same time. It's doing really well. The red Chatut mulberry is taking a break in between crops. The Wampy over there, we'll go there in a moment. I wanted to show you this papaya, which survived the winter, has only now, at the end of January, starting to wake up. Look at this. Again, back to the same story as I was saying before with papaya. Look, did nothing all spring, did nothing early summer, and now in the middle of summer, hey, I've decided to do something. Dude, I don't have enough time for you to do something at the end of summer. Too late. So I'm thinking of pulling this out at the end of summer, if it doesn't do much, and put in there another Wampy. I've got a different Wampy, a grafted one from Dailies, and it'll take its place. All right. Can't believe I got two neighbors mowing whilst I was filming. I can't believe it. Here's the Wampy, just finished flowering, and now it's setting fruit, as it does every year. Not everyone's favorite fruit, but we love it. It's a novelty. We love novelty plants, guys. We love them. The black sapote seedling has done really well. It's got a lot of new fruit up there. You can see the fruitlets, a lot of them. So what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna thin them out as they get bigger, because if I don't, we won't get any decent sized fruit. That's as big as they got in 2022, and that's too small. And by the way, I ate the first one last week around January 18. It was only this big, as big as that one, and it tasted just like the big fat ones that you'd eat in cans. The taste was exactly the same, and I think this one will be next. Yeah, see how it's turning color? I can't believe that guy's mowing. Damn, man. He's only mowing the sidewalk. He doesn't have any grass elsewhere. All right, so that's doing great. This is the Vernon, another beast. It's huge. The Caracara, blood orange, getting a chance now to grow after the white Chatut was dealt with. He was stealing all the sunlight from this guy, as is the Vernon. And then guys, we're gonna wrap it up here with the Bowen seedling, and that's also finally starting to move. It's taken them 5 months. All this movement should have started in October, right? October is the middle of spring, when things start moving here in Melbourne usually, but not last year. Last year October and November were nasty. The coldest and wettest spring in 50 years. Yeah, we had the coldest damn spring in half a century. So we lost half a year's growth on the mangoes. Didn't affect all the trees. Custard apple here wasn't affected at all by that, because he gets down to business at the end of summer. He's more of a late summer, autumn tree, not spring. In spring, it looks really sad. That's like his winter, when he drops all the leaves. So he's busy now doing what the cherry moyas are doing, sending out a lot of flowers. This is the Paxton Prolific. 9 years old, guys. A 9-year-old custard apple, Atemoya. Yeah, very healthy, very happy, getting sizable. This center branch here is going up. I want it to go up, up, up. I want to get 1, 2, 3 branches shooting up, because I don't want it to go in a circle. It's trying to go round and touch the other trees. We don't want that. I've had to keep going around and cutting the circle, so it goes up and it's working. You can see it's heading northerly. All right guys, that's the update for the middle of summer from Fruitopia. And he's finished mowing as I finished the video. Yeah, I know, I should have waited, but guys, I do things with a flow. I'm not a time-based person. I don't say that tomorrow at 12:30 I'm gonna make a video. That's not how I roll. I roll with the intuition, with the flow. That's how I roll. And if I'm not in that flow, I don't want to do anything. I'm not time-based. And that guy got in my flow. Anyway, it's all right. Check out all the passion fruit. There's a purple one up there, I see. He's probably next to drop. See him in there, the purple guy? Yeah. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. I shall see you all from the next video. And have a good one, guys. Still have a lot of kumquats here from spring. They hold on the tree for up to 6 months. It's amazing. But the bad news is it hasn't flowered yet for next season, which means they're gonna come late. Yeah, the lamb has dropped all its leaves at the top a couple of weeks ago when it was in the pot, and we had 38 degrees. They got scorched. Thankfully here, it's getting protection from the bananas on either side, and protection from these plums, right? From the plum trees. Some kind of protection, as is the bacon. All right guys, over and out. And the 2 new plums that I got in spring a few months ago are doing great too. They replaced those peaches I had. The peaches had leaf curl. Plums are so much easier to deal with, oh my god. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we'll see you from the next one, guys. Bye bye now. Oh, you're still mowing. We've got a lot of pomegranates on the Russian trees. We're done with the apricots until next year. Gonna have to prune that and bring it down a little bit because for some reason the tree started moving, started rocking. I don't know why. It's weird. Bye guys.